go. What I'm going to do is to make a Torbus out of paper, starting with making a Mobius strip. I'll show you how to make a Mobius strip and how to laminate it, and that will be the beginning of making a Torbus. What I've done here is made a Torbus out of more rigid material than paper, just to show you how it can be made and not so flimsy. The first thing you need to do is to make a strip for lips to make the Mobius strip, and one layer of lamination. A single strip here will be made into the Mobius strip. The two strips of equal length will be used to make the laminate for the Mobius strip.
Okay.
Alright, from this one strip, I'm going to take and make the Mobius strip, just as Mobius did. He twisted it 180 degrees and attached the two ends. And so what he made is a continuous surface. You can follow a line from here, around here, on the opposite side, come up through here, come on around, and come to where you began. It doesn't have but one side. I should say it has only one side. Okay, now what I will do is trim the edges of this so that they don't get in the way. And I will take these other two strips and I will connect them. Now you'll notice that I have a strip that is twice as long as the strip I used to make the Mobius strip. And what I'll do now is I will take this and I will start off and I'll start wrapping it around the Mobius strip. I'll go inside. Notice that where it connects.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just continue wrapping this strip on around, forming it to both the surfaces, or to the single surface of the Mobius strip, and tie it together. And when that occurs, I have a Mobius strip inside a double loop Mobius strip, which is the laminate of the Mobius strip. So you see, there are two individual strips there, one twice as long as the other, which I'll show in more detail later. That's the Mobius strip, the same as this one, and the same as the lead Mobius strip. Okay, what I've done is I've taken a sheet of paper, which you can call an infinite plane, and I have folded this paper into an odd number of folds, which you would do if you had an infinite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is going to happen is I'm going to twist these as I did the single strip and make a Mobius strip, but it'll have two more folds along with the Mobius strip, which I will eventually cut and show you that they are the same as the laminate strip that I put on this Mobius strip. So it'll be a Mobius strip with two laminates on it. I'll fold it up and I'll tape this end to the other end after twisting it Alright, I do the twist, and I attach the two ends. Now what is needed is to cut along the folds so that the folds become separated. And when they become separated, I will have to tape it with Scotch tape to keep them together. I'll have to cut one fold at a time because they're individually folds. Okay, you can cut.
Okay.
After cutting only one fold, I can now take the rings apart, and you will see that I have a large ring, a long ring, and a small ring. The small ring now is the Mobius strip, and I'll put it back together, and I will then cut the second fold. Okay, you can. Okay, I'm cutting the folds. I've cut most of them, and this is the last part to finish the cut. Okay, having cut each fold, I wind up with, it looks like a bunch of strips, but there is only 3 strips. One, if you can identify it, this one being the center, is the Mobius strip. And these two over here form the 2 layers, and these two form the 2 layers of laminate that have gone around the Mobius strip. So that is a laminate.
Okay.
Okay, this is the Mobius strip with 2 laminating surfaces. This is one laminate. I'll take it completely apart and unfold it a bit so that you can see that it is twisted around the Mobius. Makes a figure 8. And then the second one is here, and it too can be taken apart, unfolded. I'm continuing now from where it was separated, and I've put it back together so I can show that the 2 strips that formed the laminate around the Mobius strip fit together, and that the Mobius ring is captured inside those 2 pieces. And I'll show that that can be extended now. Both of them can be extended, and the Mobius is just captured by the 2.
Okay.
This is an arrangement of the laminate strips around the Mobius strip to show that they have a continuous or a harmony arrangement, that they can actually laminate around the Mobius strip. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one strip and show you how this one strip can be relaminated to the Mobius strip in such a way that it'll prohibit, or you cannot laminate the separate strip. This strip, you cannot, after I laminate the Mobius ring with this strip, you will not be able to relaminate the Mobius ring with this ring laminated to the Mobius ring. Okay, you can you're ready to go. I'm going to insert the long laminated strip into the Mobius ring and stretch it out, and then I'm going to twist it 1, 2, 3, 4 times and bring it back and tape it. Now it is free from the other long strip, but it isn't, and it is the same twisting of.
Okay.
Okay, the 3 rings are now attached, and this being the Mobius ring, and these are the 2 laminate rings. I cut one completely free and inserted it into the Mobius ring, and then made 4 half-circle twists, which made 2 twists for this laminate ring, so that I can relaminate it to the Mobius ring. When I do that, it will not be possible to laminate this ring back around the Mobius ring. Cut.
Okay.
All right. The 2 long strips were just hanging from the Mobius strip. One of those strips I've used to relaminate around the Mobius ring. The other one, as you can see, is caught between the Mobius strip in the center there and the laminate, which goes around the whole surface of the Mobius ring. Because it's caught in between there, it will not laminate again on the Mobius ring as the one I've just laminated. And I'll show you that this is the laminated Mobius ring right here. And I will take that out to show you that there are 2 long rings and the Mobius ring. Voila.
Okay.
Okay. This is a laminated Mobius strip, and I've just put one strip that would normally make a Mobius strip around this, and I wanted to peel it off and show you that it is just a straight ribbon, which is not the same as when you're making a Torbus, or when you have made a Torbus cut from a piece of wood. This would normally be called a Mobius ring, but it doesn't have the same features as a Mobius ring. It is a one-sided object, but when you unwrap it, it doesn't make a strip like the Mobius ring made. It makes an ogive or an ogive. So what happens is, to make this, to make it into a Mobius ring. It just comes up and comes around. I guess you would call that an S-curve. Now, that's interesting because I have cut a twisted ring, or if you will, a Mobius ring, out of a piece of wood, and then I have made a complete. This looks like a cycle, and it is, but it isn't a cycle of the laminate of a of a Torbus twisted ring. The laminate of a Torbus twisted ring, as I'll show, makes two cycles. One cycle like that, and then the next cycle come around like that. I will show you that by unwrapping this laminated ring around the twisted Mobius ring, or the twisted Torbus ring that I have cut from a piece of wood. And so this is what will laminate a Torbus twisted ring. What laminates a Mobius ring is just a strip twice this long. The piece of wood that I have cut the Torbus ring from is this piece here. And it comes in like that. What I'd like to show with this Torbus and the various rings on it is how they match up, how they interrelate, and then show you what can happen. What can happen is that you can put one ring inside of the other, or you can actually take these rings apart and mix them in various kinds of ways. I'll not do that right now because it's difficult to put back together and quite a challenge as a puzzle. I'll put this back together and you can see that it's not cooperating. I put it back together and it just forms the Torbus. Or, as you can see, when I put it back together, I can take the ring completely off, and these will come separated too, individually. That's a single-sided object, twisted Torbus cut from a toroid. Here is a piece of wood that I have cut to look like a donut, but the geometry term for it is a torus. And this is made out of a beautiful piece of wood. I believe it is something called bleeding heart or some kind of foreign special wood. And I would like to show you the machine that I built to be able to cut such a puzzle from. Okay.